The New England Patriots have a problem at wide receiver. And me personally, I don't think it has anything to do with the talent. Welcome to Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper, and it has everything to do with them beating themselves. The Patriots have to stop holding back with their wide receiver room. Now we'll break it all down, but before we get into it, I want to challenge all of the Patriots fans out there because the Patriots are probably challenging themselves. You do not want to go 1-3. Well, I got a challenge for us. Can we get the most likes on this video? Right now, the most likes we have on a video is 557. What's it going to be on today's show? Go ahead, hit that thumbs up icon, and prove me wrong. Let's have a challenge, and let's get the most likes on today's video. So I looked at the Patriots offense, and in reality, it looks really, really, really good. Everybody's talking about Josh McDaniels not calling good plays. Well, they have 346 yards per game, 11th in the NFL. The passing yards, Drake Maye is going crazy. He's 8th. And the points per game, that's where it becomes a problem. And then your third downs, you're still 8th in the NFL at 49.59. But we've seen throughout the entire 3 games that they are not using any of the players that we think they should be using. And in my opinion, the personnel has to change. The Patriots are completely holding themselves back on offense with the use of the wide receivers. And we specifically saw that in the Raiders game. We specifically saw that in the Dolphins game. And I'll get into that play that we all want to talk about on 4th down later in the show. But let's just look at the snap counts right now. Nobody is really getting over 50% of the snaps except for Kayshon Boutte. Well, Kayshon Boutte's not even getting a lot of targets. He had, I think it was 2 catches on Sunday against the Dolphins. He only had, 2 catches against the Steelers, and then not many catches against the Dolphins. But you see right here, Stefon Diggs is only getting 48.3%. Mack Hollins is getting 61%, and I think that's way too much. Pop Douglas, 43.3, Kyle Williams, 12.7, and we have yet to even see Efton Chism on the field at this point in the season. There's too much talent to not see the field. There is no reason that we should be seeing good wide receivers get 50% of the snaps. And everybody wants to make a gigantic deal about Stefon Diggs. Oh, we signed him to be our #1 wide receiver, Alper. We signed him. He should be playing all of it. Well, in reality, we didn't think he was going to play until October. So we get him week 1. It's easing his way back. He tore his ACL less than 12 months ago. It's going to take some time. I give him a pass. I do want him to play more, but the Patriots are really, really easing him in. And as we get to later down the road, once we get to week 6, week 7, week 8, even all the way second half of the season like week 12, I expect Stefon Diggs to get 70% of the snaps just like we're seeing with Kayshon Boutte. But the one biggest problem that I have with the Patriots offense right now is we can't take the top off the defense. And there's one guy who could take the top off the defense, and it's this guy right here, Kyle Williams. Why the hell is he not playing? It doesn't make any type of sense. And we have seen when he is on the field, he's already making an impact. Like we saw him last week against the Steelers. He was on the field 9 times, and he had 1 catch, 8 yards, and he was wide open. He was taking advantage of it. And there is multiple reasons, like asking, why isn't he playing on the field? It doesn't make any sort of sense. He is quick. He is fast. He is a great route runner. We see that in training camp. We saw it in the preseason. But yet the Patriots just refuse to put him on the field. And you drafted him at 69th overall. You drafted him in the 3rd round. There is no reason for a wide receiver that you drafted this early to not be getting snaps. Even if you played him 40%, I'd be okay with it. But it's holding Drake Maye back. And I think Drake Maye is playing an amazing year. He's averaging over 230 yards per game passing. He has the 5th most in the NFL. His PFF grade is great. His quarterback rating is great. But I think he could be even better if you put Kyle Williams on the field. And I looked at every single throw that he has made throughout the 2025 season so far. And you see like outside left, like right between like 10 yards and 15 yards. He's great. Over the middle of the field, 8 for 11. 6 for 9, 4 for 7, and then really close to the line of scrimmage within 5 yards, 23 for 29. But if you look when he goes deep, 1 for 3, 2 for 3, 1 for 2. They are not throwing the ball deep whatsoever. But when they do, 116.7 passer rating, 109.7 passer rating. Come on, man. You need someone that can go deep, and Kai Williams is that guy. And we've seen that nobody on the Patriots is helping Drake Maye throw deep because Drake Maye, according to PFF, only has 2 big-time throws. They're not making big plays. They're not having any type of explosive plays on this offense, and it's because you have no wide receiver right now because Diggs is still trying to get back into rhythm, and Mack Hollins just doesn't have that capability. You need someone to take the top off the defense, someone that can speed by the cornerback, speed by the safety. Kyle Williams is that player. You saw it at Washington State, but for some reason, the Patriots just refuse to play him. I don't know if it's because they're scared, they don't think he's ready. But if you look at the past with all the rookie wide receivers that have gone in, even like early round draft picks, I don't care where you're drafted. If you have the talent, which I think Kyle Williams does, he should be on the field. He can go right past, and we know the arm that Drake Maye has. He needs to start playing more. And going into this Panthers game, I need to see Kyle Williams on the field at least 40%. If you're going to sit him on the bench, you shouldn't have drafted him. So it's very annoying. It's very, very annoying because I think he can help this team a lot, specifically in the offense. If you want Kyle Williams to get more reps this Sunday against Carolina, if you want him to be on the field, go ahead, hit that thumbs up icon. Coming up, we're going to talk about the other wide receiver problem, and I think it's a bigger problem than one of just Kyle Williams not playing. But before we get into that, I got to tell you about our sponsor of today's show, and that is PrizePicks. You and I make decisions every day, but on PrizePicks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on PrizePicks, where it's good to be right. PrizePicks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you can cash in. PrizePicks is the best way to win cash this football season. Which players are going off? Which ones aren't? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your takes into cash all season long on PrizePicks. The player projections are already out for Week 4, and they got a max discount for Jalen Hurts, who can't throw the ball, but it's 1 yard. I think he can throw 1 yard. Do I think he could throw 203.5? No. So give me the more on that one. Drake Maye said he was averaging 230.5. Give me the more on that. And Hunter Henry has been going off. Drake Maye's favorite target. Give me the more on that against Carolina, 38.5. You can make a lineup just like that when you download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. It's good to be right. All right. I talked about him all throughout the offseason, and I really thought that he was going to break out and have an amazing season. But I think it's time that we have a conversation about Pop Douglas and really his future with the New England Patriots. Last year he had 66 catches, but this season he's done absolutely nothing, and this picture is still haunting me in my sleep. And I've rewatched it probably 100 times. All he has to do is just trust fall back. First down, except he goes backwards. And I don't know what he was thinking, and even Vrabel has said, yeah, he should have went one rotation further. He's going to blame it. He blamed it on Pop Douglas. He needs to go further and catch it. Drake Maye, you got to throw beyond the sticks. It's a problem. And it's not just this play that goes into why I don't think Pop Douglas, we should start a conversation about Pop Douglas. That is just one of the many reasons. Throughout this season, he has just not been productive at all. And last week against Miami, or week 2, he did not play well. Last week against Miami, he did not play well. He had 1 catch. And on the season, he has 13 targets, 5 receptions, and 13 yards. Yeah, those stats are, well, those are through 3 games, but those stats are correct. 13 targets, 5 receptions on the year, 13 yards, and 1 touchdown in 3 games played. Last year, he had 66, as I said before. He is not getting he's not playing that much, and the Patriots have seen that. But also, when Drake Maye is targeting Pop Douglas, the ball's going right over his head. And they just don't have any chemistry whatsoever. It seems like they just can't get on the same page with one another, and it's hurting this type of offense because you need a slot wide receiver. You have to have a slot wide receiver. And you know with this McDaniels offense that the slots always thrive. Going back, you've seen Wes Welker, Troy Brown, Julian Edelman, Danny Amendola. The list goes on and on and on how good a slot receiver is with the New England Patriots. Pop Douglas was supposed to be that guy, and right now he is not that guy. So I've said it all year. It is time to just give this man a chance. Give Efton Chism a chance to just prove himself. There is no reason that he has been getting healthy scratches. Because Pop Douglas, there's no need to be him on the field. When you look at what Efton Chism did in the preseason, and I know it's against second and third teamers, but he was still making an impact. 12 catches, 121 yards. He was averaging 10 yards per catch. But the one thing that I know about Efton Chism that I know is not what Pop Douglas is, and this was a reason why they said that Pop Douglas was not getting a lot of reps. He can't block. They wanted to implement the run. And when Pop Douglas is 190 pounds and like 5'9", you get no type of blocking. You can see Efton Chism is strong. He could probably block better than Pop Douglas. So you can implement him in that way. And also, you need a boost because the slot wide receiver is not good for this offense right now. Hey, does Efton Chism fall forward for a first down? I think he does. Does he fight for it? You cannot just let him sit there on the bench and rot. You have nothing to lose. He's an undrafted free agent. Just play him. See what happens. If not, he goes back to the scout team and he helps you plan for other teams. But let him go out there on the field and prove himself. And I think Drake Maye wants that to happen because this is what he said on Monday on his weekly interviews that he always has with radio in Boston. He said he's been awesome since the day he got here. I've caught him here late in the building numerous times, him watching extra tape and me trying to teach him and show him through what I see and what I'm seeing from the quarterback and what he's seeing. So he's doing all the right things, and I think it's going to end up paying off. I think he's got a bright future. And I know, Producer Moose, you're going to like that. Quit effing around and give him a damn shot. Just let him see. Let's see what he's got. Let us see what he has in him. Is he worth it? We won't know until he gets on the field. You got nothing to lose. So have him be active for Sunday's game against the Panthers. For the love of God, have him be active. And I'll ask the fans, because everybody on Patriots Twitter wants Efton Chism to get a shot. So type your ECs if you want Efton Chism on the field, or if you want to stick with Pop Douglas, type your PDs down below. We're live on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. So if you don't want to miss out, make sure you hit that sub button. And as always, let's go Pats.